Good morning. This is the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Wednesday, April 8th. Looking at precipitation the past 7 days, quite a bit of it across the Sierra into far western portions of Nevada, mostly the Sierra front, but also some of the drier areas towards Area 51 and central Nevada, where the green areas indicate a ½ inch to an inch of precipitation. Of course, the Sierra front, 1 to 3 inches of liquid precipitation. You can see the percent of normal with much above normal colors along the Sierra front, still much drier than normal across most of the rest of the Great Basin, with the exception of some small pockets in eastern Idaho, western Wyoming. On the left-hand side, over the last 72 hours, hefty amounts of new snow, 1 to 2 feet in the high Sierra, and anywhere from 3 to 6 inches locally higher amounts, of course the higher terrain of Nevada. Also some pretty good snows that came in across parts of the central Idaho mountains and into western Wyoming, those orange-yellow shades, anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of snow with locally higher amounts. Now, a lot of this fell up in the higher elevations above 7,000 feet. So you can see on the snow cover, it continues to pile up in the higher terrain, where you have anywhere from 30 to 75 inches of snowpack, but pretty much vanished in the lower to middle elevations. So elevations of about 4 to 6 or 7,000 feet, mostly barren ground at this point, which is normal. 100-hour fuels, you can see drying out quite a bit across the eastern Great Basin. This gold color here is indicative of single-digit 100-hour fuels, anywhere from 6 to 10%. If we go to the 1,000-hour fuels, still some dryness here in the yellows, 11 to 15%, which is about a month ahead of schedule, but still quite moist in the dark green across the higher terrain. Satellite imagery shows a deep low-pressure system off the southern California coast, pumping in tons of moisture, and that's going to affect not just southern California, but some of the desert areas from Death Valley towards Area 51 and points a little bit further north of there. So areas that don't get a lot of rain are going to get quite a bit, and quite a bit of snowfall in those southern mountains as well. Not so much once you get north of I-80. Here's a weather map for this afternoon. You can see the dark green indicates the moisture cloud shield and precipitation staying in our southern areas around this low. Excellent overall dispersion here on the right-hand side as we are in the vicinity of low pressure. You can see the flow coming out of the southeast and east in most areas. Transport winds, very strong here. You can see these orange-purple shades anywhere from 25 to 40 miles per hour. Lighter as they head further north. Excellent overall mixing heights. This is the time of year where the sun plays a really good role in heating things up and mixing things. Dark browns here indicating anywhere above 5 to 8,000 feet above ground level. Not much change Thursday. There is the low still sitting there, producing lots of precipitation across southern Nevada, the Arizona Strip, parts of southwest Utah. Again, excellent overall dispersion. The only limitation is basically with cloud cover. The winds die out here a little bit under the low. That's the only limiting factor, but overall vertical mixing still good, where you see the yellows and oranges to reds. And on Friday, that low kind of starts dropping down and starts decaying a little bit over Arizona. Still some clouds and moisture across extreme southern areas of the Great Basin. Pretty good overall dispersion. Starting to take a little bit of a nosedive in central Nevada. Light winds through there, but good overall vertical mixing still. We don't see much in the way of inversions. Utah Clearing Index Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, where you see the red to orange shades, excellent dispersion. Those pockets of blue in the Uinta Basin and some of the deeper valleys near Tooele and Stansbury Range in the valleys, Skull Valley, that's where we'll have some lingering inversions through about a good part of the day, but otherwise most areas excellent dispersion. Here is the precipitation map the next 3 days, Wednesday through Friday night. Very heavy amounts across the southern California and into southern Nevada, southwest Utah, higher terrain of Nevada. You can see those blue shades anywhere from a ½ inch to 1.5 inches. Further down the road on Saturday, a drier northwest flow kicking in, but high pressure stays well offshore, so our dispersion, our ventilation, excellent in the white here under that northwest flow. No areas of stagnation. Similar story for Sunday, Monday, and even Tuesday. High pressure starts building in and pushing in across California, so we start seeing that poor air quality in California start to maybe bleed into far western Nevada, but otherwise 99% of the area has great overall dispersion with more of a northwest to northerly wind flow through the weekend and into the middle part of next week. Precipitation days 4 and 5. This is Saturday afternoon through Monday afternoon. Again, just maybe across the Arizona Strip, but it starts tapering off a little bit across the higher terrain of Utah. Western Wyoming could see the most. 8 to 14 day outlook. You can see cooler than normal, especially across the eastern Great Basin, but warmer than normal across the west. Precipitation chances a bit above normal still across our western and actually southern areas. So still could be some showery type precipitation going on. That concludes our briefing. Next one will be this coming Friday. Have a great day.